And we are live. I did notice that when I was streaming on twitch.tv/Zachary's World, it's right here. That's my gaming channel. It's about Minecraft gameplay, basically. Fun games. I really enjoy it. But usually, I used to start my stream with the words, "Are we live?" I did notice that. But anyways, non-fam, welcome. The always very loyal viewer. Always here or always on Twitch. Thanks, man. So, hey, hello, this is Zachary and welcome to this live stream on not twitch.tv/Zachary's World because we are on YouTube side. I was thinking yesterday, shall I stream on Twitch? Because the progress in the Minecraft world is so, how you call it? So progressed. Is that a word, by the way? Progressed? I think so. Yes, we are live. Yeah, I can see that here on the YouTube backend. But it's like audio or mic testing. Hey, the Wits 3D Canada, how are you doing? Merry Christmas. I forgot, man. I am so in my head, busy with different kind of things, and I forgot to say something like that. But everybody, Merry Christmas. Yeah. So my space has become a little bit more filled. I got one extra printer now. One is in shipment and the other one is in pre-order. Wat is dat? Niks? Ja, ik ben aan het streamen. Oké. Ik hoorde je. Yeah, that's what happens. So, yeah, one in pre-order. It's the Solvo SV06. The Prusa kind of printer, but we cannot compare it. No, we cannot compare it because I don't have a Prusa. I do have a Prusa Mini, which is always a problem because I got one, maybe two prints out of it with the volcano, with the mosquito hot end on there, and it starts bugging me again. How is the mic versus the music? I mean, I did say that the room got a little bit smaller because I've got next to me printing parts for the Ender 3 Pro, my first 3D printer that is standing on this attic. It looks like a good printer. I didn't saw much negative comment on it. Audio levels are okay, perfect. Oh, cool. No, I want to have the music as a background, not as a, primary audio source. But I've got here, next to me, a LX or LK4X from Longer. And it's printing the power supply mounting for my Ender 3 Pro, which is standing on the attic, which I'm going to rebuild in its original formish kind of thing. I'm going to put a new extruder on it, which I have laying here from Fetus/Omnidrop. So I'm going to install it on there. I've got one original and the 3V2 and the 3 Pro standing behind there. For some reason, it was a few weeks ago, I wasn't working on the printer. I wanted to print something. I switched on the printer. I saw the screen flashing one time and then dark and nothing. And I thought, oh, maybe I blew up. Honey, I blew up the screen. No, it wasn't blew up the screen. There's something on the mainboard that isn't right. So I'm going to figure it out what it is. So what can it be? Can it be a problem with the mainboard? I don't know. So I'm going to troubleshoot that printer within a few weeks. I've got many things for in a few weeks. So yeah, it's also still waiting on the Snapmaker J1. There are people from in Germany received it. People from the Netherlands received it, except Zachary not. Be right back. You're going for your daily walk? Cool. So yeah. I need to wait on that. And I got last week, Thursday, I got a notification that label was created. So I was like, oh, cool. So maybe Friday, maybe Monday it's going to arrive. But then it was Wednesday and still nothing. And I was like, still label created? How is that possible, you know? And so I posted it on the Facebook group from the J1. And people said, oh, you have to be patient. And people are already talking about the pre-order shipments. And I'm like, dude, I didn't pre-order it. I backed it on Kickstarter. That's why you will now be able to do a, pre-order on it. It's raining and minus 6 degrees C, or yeah. How is that possible? Wow. It can turn in ice. No walk. Oh. Ah, just getting a little snackos. Nice. So yeah, I'm very pumped about getting my first Snapmaker. It's not the Artisan because I don't have absolutely no space for it. But if Snapmaker will send me something like that, which I think they won't, I'm gladly to make some space for it. I've got a whole attic that I can clear out and put all other printers in there, and then put the Snapmaker just right over there. The J1 is going to get over there. Yeah, it seems like I'm getting also more into the enclosed printers, because enclosed. So yeah, and now another one is getting up here and enclosed. So next to me, like mentioned, there is the longer LK4X printing. You want to see it? I did made a video about it today. So like you can see, it's printing. It has a 32-bit silent board. There's an auto bed leveling sensor on it. It's just a 3D touch, not a BL touch, a 3D touch. There's a very nice animated graphics 4.3-inch LCD touchscreen, which looks nice. A very bulky power supply unit, filament run out sensor, power resume function, a PI textured spring steel sheet, which is working actually pretty well, because usually I have problem with the PEI sheets. I have a Reality and the 3S1 Pro, That one has also a textured PI sheet, but that one is terrible. I have now 2 weeks holiday. There you are. I've got now two weeks holiday, Christmas holidays, something like that. And so within those 2 weeks, my son is also here then, staying for the holidays. But I'm also going to work on several projects or several things, like the Prusa. It's not the Prusa, dang it. Maybe I can work on a Prusa, but I already spilled too much time on it. I spent too much time on it. Unfortunately, it's not working well. So the S1 Pro, I need to check why prints are not sticking, because at first it looks nice, you know, but then after just a few minutes into the print, then print pops off. This was the last thing that I printed. It's a built-in test from Cura. Cura has a plugin which you can use to actually make some retraction test, temperature test, everything. And I do need to say this one is looking very nice, but actually on the end where it was at 260 degrees, I don't know, 260 degrees. I don't know if it is 260 degrees. I don't know which kind of test this was, but it failed because, you know, it came off the build plate, and the rest is history. And I've got this little thing with the Polyterra filament, because it doesn't matter on which kind of printer I print with, but I've got those not so beautiful lines. I have them on this cube. I've got them on also here on this model. Yeah, I don't know. I have them on others, so I need to fine tune or find the right settings for the filament. But how are you guys doing? Yeah, you know, there is one thing that I always really would like to do, and that is multicolor printing. Did you, Tim, did you buy the P1P or the X1C, by the way, from Bamboo Labs? Currently 4 people watching. Hello, welcome to this live stream. If you're brand new, subscribe and hit the like button. Hit the like button? Nee, hit the like button. I don't know if the display button is set incorrectly. Yes. Oh, perfect, perfect, perfect. Because in the meantime, during this live stream, we can look to printers, we can look to models, we can look at different other things. Just suggest something, and we are going to look for it. I've got a nice tool. I went in it. It's called the Chat GPT. I don't know how I called it. Chat GTP. But it's fun. It's fun. Shall we ask our chat how to how to slice a 3D print model in Cura. Let's see what it says. So if you are brand new to 3D printing and you are wondering how you need to slice a 3D print model in Cura, well, our chat GPT says to slice a 3D print model in Cura, follow these steps. First, you open Cura and import the 3D model you want to print. You can do this by clicking on Add Model button or by dragging and dropping the model file into the program. Once the model is imported, it will appear in the 3D view. You can rotate and scale the model as needed using the controls in the top left corners of the windows. That is correct. To slice the model, click on Prepare tab in the top menu. This will bring up the slicer settings. Well, is that so? Let me check. Let me checkity check with that check. So, we are going to slice a model according to our chat GTP. Chat GPT. That's correct. So I want to slice a model from our friend Photosment. Yeah, where is Patron? Let's go to Photosmint. Or no, wait, Eastman, Deadpool bust, supportless. So this is a very cool model by our great designer Eastman. So our chat said add model by dragging and dropping it once imported. To slice the model, click on Prepare tab in the top menu. Prepare. Oh no, it is already on Prepare. So doesn't matter on which kind of view you are, but it says to click on Prepare. Place me with an AI. How are the snackers? So click on the Prepare tab. So that is pretty accurate. This will bring up the slicer settings. Well, you are already starting on the Prepare tab. Nothing spectacular there. In the slicer settings, you can specify the type of printer you are using. Really? In the slicer settings. These are the, everybody says slicer settings. These are the slicer settings, but it is actually called print settings. You can specify the type of printer you are using, the type of filament, and other print settings such as layer height and print speed. I think that is pretty well. uh, profile, we have it on standard. But some, you know, if I click away this, you will still have, yeah, so standard quality, 20% infill, no supports, and, you know, bad adhesion or good adhesion. Only if it is not, you know, not adhering to the build plate very well, then it's a bad adhesion. Anyways, okay. Once you have configured the slicing settings to your liking, click on Slice button to generate a G-code for your printer. Wait, we have it on the longer because that is going to be the next print that I will be printing on this printer. But the thing is, I had to drag and drop some files from the SD card onto my Cura program files. And now, I don't know if it is a little issue with this one, but the time is 0.01 elapsed time, and the progress is still 0%. Well, I don't know, but I see at least you know, some height. It's at 30.2 millimeters. Is that really the case? I don't have a measuring tape here. No, I can put two calibration cubes on top of each other, so that one is also off. Because normal calibration cube is 20, 20, 20, so if I can stack two on top of each other. Boy, I got something for you, man. But anyways, so everything here on the screen, like, okay, the holder left inverted, that is correct, the title, but the time, the height, and the progress is off. Doesn't, you know. So it says supportless, so I won't be needing any support material. I also see a little prime line on the edge, so that is what I want. So I'm clicking on slice. Generic PLA, so that's good. Which temperature do I have now currently? Try a hexagon. That is also, by the way, my favorite. 205. So for just a second. Okay, so 205. I will leave it on that. I'm going to try out another filament. And then what do we need to do? Oh, AI, what do we need to do? Save your G-code file on to your computer and then transfer it and transfer it to your computer. I don't know if this is going to be a problem. So, no. Okay, so, and then follow the instructions for your 3D printer to start with the print job. So, slice. So 1 day, 3 hours and 41 minutes. Nice. I think I'm going to use a standard white filament. Oh, this isn't even better. And I'm not going to use the cheap China filament. Woo. That is way better, boy. I've got those little single chests from Minecraft, and I'm using it to put those wet towels in there so that it will stay longer good and that I can reuse them several times. I'm a Dutch guy, so yeah. Save to removable drive. Now, well, let's do that then. Yes. Eject. So that's good. Suddenly I didn't hear anything and it just looked like everything froze. So I was like, no. But luckily enough, it's all right. So, yeah. That is correct. So, let me ask another question. How? Do I need to start a new chat, by the way? Start new chat. So, how to make a 3D printer? Something else that we can add by this? Source parts. Sourced parts. This is going to be fun. Shall we read what? I don't know, but I always have the idea that it is an female bot. I don't know. Building a 3D printer from sourced parts can be fun and educational project. True, but it does require a certain level of technical knowledge and expertise. Here are the general steps, not the steps, but the general steps you can follow to build your own 3D printer. Step 1. Gather necessary parts. Of course, to build a 3D printer, you will need a variety of components, including a frame, motors, control board, power supply, extruder, hot end, and bed. You can purchase these parts separately or as a kit from a variety of suppliers. Hey, LDO motors! Something like that. Assemble the frame. The frame of your 3D printer is a structure that holds all of the other components in place. It should be sturdy and precise to ensure that the printer is able to move accurately. Yeah, but you know, NomFam, if I hear an AI, I always see a, you know, like a female. I don't know why. So then step 3, install the motors and the control board. But where to install the motors? It doesn't say, or it does. The motors of your 3D printer will be responsible for moving the printer's axis. You will need to install them in the appropriate locations on the frame and connect them to the control board. Okay. Install the power supply unit. The power supply unit, PSU, provides the power needed to run the motors and other components of the printer. You will need to install it in the appropriate location and connect it to the control board. Step 5. Assemble the extruder and the hot end. The extruder is responsible for melting. Oh yeah, is the extruder responsible for melting? No, it's the hot end that does it. And extruding the filament. No, it's extruding the filament and the hot end will melt it. While the hot end is the part of the printer that actually, oh, it corrected itself. While the hot end is the part of the printer that actually melts the filament and lays it down on the bed. You will need to assemble these components and install them in the appropriate locations on the frame. Step 6. Install the bed. The bed of your 3D printer is the surface on which the objects printed which the objects being printed are built. You will need to install it in the appropriate location and level it properly to ensure that the prints are accurately created. 7. Calibrate the 3D printer. Calibrate the printer. Once all of the components are installed and connected, you will need to calibrate the printer to ensure that it is moving accurately and producing prints of the desired quality. This will involving adjustments, various settings and performance test prints. That is what we all do, even if we buy a printer. Probably be because of movies. Yeah, indeed. Building a 3D printer can be challenging but a rewarding project. it is important to carefully read the instructions and be patient as you work through the process. If you are new to 3D printing, it may be helpful to start with a more straightforward kit or a pre-assembled printer. Wow, to get a feel for the technology before attempting to build your own. Man, I think, okay, some are for suggestive, some are suggestive, suggestive. Oh my gosh. But I mean, this is, if I would make a video out of this and showing the things that I do according to what it says, with some little, you know, like, oh, motor sheet is supposed to be there and this needs to be there, and I follow this exactly, nobody will notice that it is actually an AI that wrote the whole script, right? I mean, also here the advice on the last part, you know, if you are new to 3D printing, it may be helpful to start with a more straightforward kit or a pre-assembled printer to get a feel for the technology before attempting to build your own. I think that this is a very good advice. I mean, for example, a Core XY 3D printer. Why is it a 3D printer that is for people who are brand new in printing? Because it is a complicated machine. If you don't have any experience in 3D printing, I also suggest to start with a normal, standard, simple 3D printer. Learn how to work with it. Learn how to operate the printer. And then maybe going for a Delta printer or a Core XY. I know for the Delta printers, they are a pain to level them correctly, because here on a normal FDM 3D printer, or a normal Cartesian style 3D printer, if you are tightening the belt for the Z-axis or if you're tightening the belt for the X-axis because, you know, it's a little bit loose, it's fine. It doesn't do anything extra. If I'm going to tension the belt on a Delta printer, the whole tool head is going to be affected by it. Or in your dream you have a friendly female robot. That part I don't really want to know. That might be correct. There is this chat app that I tested for a while. It's fun. I don't know how that is called. Oh, replica. I have the snap makers. No tensioning needed. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know when you came in, but I read the whole script how to make your own 3D printer. But I think that when you are reading this, you have a little general idea how you assemble a 3D printer and you know your way around with it. I think that this is actually pretty decent. I think that this... Yeah, you hear quite a lot about it. Since I'm a content creator, I don't write my own scripts. I barely use scripts because I had it wait. I make now for 3 years videos on YouTube, and for almost none of my videos I ever created a script. I have a general idea what I want to say or what I want to show people, and it happens sometimes that, especially with the closer look videos, I try to make a script, and what happens, I'm writing a script for more than 4 hours, and then, oh, I still need to make the video. And I don't want to read the script, you know? As I'm looking to the camera like this, and then I don't have a teleprompter. I should have one, but you know, using this as no. I mean, I saw the film booth on YouTube, and he was also trying to show why you shouldn't use something like this. This can be good guide, but basically, yeah, it's fun to use it 1 or 2 times, you know. But this is an indication, like a live stream like this. It can be fun. And I have always the tendency to, you know, make a video, or no, I don't want to make the video long, but if I start talking, I keep talking. That I think most people from watching my videos know that. Sometimes I'm also getting those kind of comments, you know. Oh, you're talking too much. Just cut to the chase and just get on with it, you know. Just say what is needed, not that fluff. But it's like, hey, I think that this is needed information for maybe somebody else. If you are not one of those people, just skip that part. Come on. Something like that. So yeah. But Film Booth, he had 2 different kind of scripts that he used in his video, and then afterwards he said, why should you use it, or why shouldn't you use this? And then he says also, and I think that's a great thing, like Linus did, you know, asking this program how to build a computer. Let's see, just checking it out, you know. But making it for using it in your own videos, you need to have you need to create your own personality, talking about your own experience, show people where you run into. I think something like that. And now currently I'm watching my longer LK4X 3D printer being used, or is printing now currently. Yeah, it looks like a good printer. Didn't ran into big issues. It's a I don't know if you saw the video already, but if people say, hey, it's not a Ender 3 clone, no, it's an i3 style 3D printer, because it has an LCD touch screen, 4.3 inch, animated, so it looks fancy as well. You know, it has a 3D touch on it, so an autobed leveling system. It has a direct drive. It has a filament sensor built in, power resume function, optic sensor, 32-bit board, silent. So yeah. You have to try the Snapmaker A350 or new ones. No, I didn't. I do get the Snapmaker. Not get, I bought a Snapmaker. It's the J1, the brand new IDEX 3D printer from them. It was first the Jade Labo J1. I think almost 2 years ago I had a interview with Jade from that project. Very amazing woman, very informative, very friendly, and you know, we talked about the project. That back then the printer looked way different than it does now. It's a very classy or very stylish 3D printer. I do like the design quite a lot. But I do need to say, yeah, Snapmaker is normally not in my budget range. Did you try the A350? I did see in real life the Artisan. It's a big machine. Oh my gosh. I do have room for that one. I'm currently working on calibrating the calibration cube. Huh? Calibration cube, the cancel version. Ooh. Printing with 0.4 and at 0.4. Bubbling. I tried the filament. What's new? Any ideas? PG, which temperature? Which kind of temperature are you printing the PG with? Normally it's 350, 250, yeah, 240, yeah, something around the 240 degrees. But you are saying I'm printing with 0.4 at 0.4? Oh, 228. But the layer height, how much layer height do you have? 0.2 or 0.16? Yeah. Yeah, around that temperature might be better. I would go for 0.2. Because if you are going higher than 0.3, in my opinion, you are going to get more like draft style. Yeah, but like Nonfam, like he said, he dried it already. Yeah, if you want to have juicy coding, how the stream? It's going well, and now, especially now you are here, it's going even better. What I always have heard, because I don't really like printing with PG for reasons. I do have several spools of PG. I got even Prusament PG filament, so I am going to step up in PG printing. But I know from PG filament that if you are using a higher temperature, you will get more transparent color. I don't know if it was this week or last week live stream, but there was a moment that I checked some of the live streams, and I saw also Juicy Coding, I saw Non-Fam, so this is pretty amazing. Yeah, Non-Fam has a lot of knowledge about printing, so. Yeah, I indeed suggest to use it's 99.99% clear. Oh, you know, my thing is if a print comes out and it looks nice, that's good. If I get something like 99% clear, that's also fine for me. I mean, look at this Banshee. This Banshee, I think this Banshee looks great. It was printed on, I don't know which kind of printer did I use for this. I don't know. I know the filament, but I don't know which printer that I used it for. I think, yeah, in my opinion, are you picky? I can understand. I mean, yes, there is a certain amount of pleasure that you will get if something succeeds, you know. I fully understand. I do photo work. Hmm. It's impossible to get 100% due to the layers. Yeah. I mean, if you really want to go for clear prints, I would suggest resin. But I think also in resin you will get something like that. The only way to maybe get 100% is to use Polymaker polisher filament with their polisher post-processing machines. Oh. Yeah, I was thinking the same idea, Non-Fam. I mean, it's great. I'll try a new nozzle. This one I've been through a lot. Yeah. You have an email so I can send you an image? Oh yeah, Zachary at Zachary3dprints.com. Or you can follow me on Twitter, Zachary_Bergen. Also an easy way to send pictures over. And I think on the community tab of this channel there is also a possibility to post something. I can post, but Can you? Paste what? My Twitter? That's for Twitter and Zachary. Zachary 3D prints. Just coding. Yeah, Polysmooth is PVB, so it can smoothen with alcohol. Currently 4 people watching. Thank you for being here. Only 2 likes. So, I can start a new chat. Let's do that. And we are going to ask our AI how to 3D print to 3D print with PETG filament. You need a 3D printer that is capable of printing with PETG material and is full of PETG filament. Yeah, duh. PETG or poly. Yeah. I cannot pronounce it correctly. Is a strong and flexible filament that is commonly used for a variety of 3D printing applications. Here are the steps for printing with PETG filament. 1. Starting by preparing your 3D printer for use. Make sure that the printer is properly calibrated and that the bed is level. Load the PETG filament into the printer according to the manufacturer's instructions. Preheat the printer's nozzle to the recommended temperature for PETG filament. This temperature will vary depending on the specific type of PETG filament you are using, but it is typically around 240 till 260 degrees. Import a 3D model you want to print into your slicing software and slice it into layers. Woo, okay. Set the print settings in your slicing software according to the recommendations for PETG filament. These settings may include the print speed, extrusion temperature, bed temperature, and flow rate. Export the slice model and transfer it to your 3D printer. Begin the print process by pressing the print button on your 3D printer or in the slicing software. Oh, well, it's including that as well. Monitor the print process and make any necessary adjustments to ensure that the print is successful. That is also what I sometimes do. It can be me. When the print is complete, allow the printed object to cool before removing it from the bed. Once the object is cooled, use a scraper or other tool. Carefully remove it from the bed. Post-process the printed object as desired, such as sanding or painting. That's cool. It's important to note that PETG filament can be challenging to print with due to its tendency to string and ooze. Spot on! Spot on! That is cool. To achieve good results with PETG, it's important to use the correct print settings and to experiment with different settings until you find the ones that work the best for your 3D printer and filament. It may also be helpful to use filament drying box or descendant to keep the PETG filament dry and prevent moist absorption, which can cause problems during printing process. Wow. Yeah, I don't have a snapmaker, so for the retraction settings, I cannot say anything about it. And I think that the snapmaker is a direct drive, so and for direct drive is also a different kind of setting than for Bodin. Wow, but also this extra note that they put in there, or that the AI is putting there. How to get any 3D printers for free. Okay, we are going to start a new chat. Why would I do something like this, by the way? You might ask. If I'm starting a new chat, the previous topic, it's like we are chatting, and suddenly I ask how to get this free 3D printer. You don't have any, you have a context already, so you are assuming that after how to use PETG filament, now you're wanting to know how to get a free 3D printer. So that's why I'm starting a new one. So, how to get any 3D printer for free without paying for it. Higher the slower the print, but cleaner. Yeah, I understand. I want to know this question. This is going to be fun. I'm going to not have it on the screen. We are going to laugh. We are going to laugh about it. Oh, so nice. Water. If you talk a lot, just like me, I can also drink beer, by the way. I still have one bottle. I'm going to buy new ones tomorrow. So, how to get any 3D printer for free without paying for it? I'm not talking about stealing, because stealing is illegal and should not happen. Well, the chatbot or the AI says it is not ethical or legal to acquire a 3D printer without paying for it. I've got here the longer. I got it for free. I got a Kaiwu 3D printer for free. I have the artillery sidewinder for free. Got the Prusa Mini for free. So it's not ethical. So hey, to all the content creators on YouTube, it's not ethical or legal to acquire a 3D printer for free. It's that you know that. 3D printers are expensive pieces of equipment that require significant resources and expertise to design, manufacture, and sell. The companies that produce 3D printers rely on income from their sales. Makes sense to continue producing and improving their products. Now, guys, stop whining about getting a free 3D printer just like Zachary always does, because people need to get paid as well, but some people are getting a lot of stuff for free. If you are interested in obtaining a 3D printer but do not have the financial resources to purchase one, there may be other options available to you. Hey, there is an option for you as well. Some schools, libraries, and community centers have 3D printers that are available for use by the public. Makerspaces, for example. You may be able to use one of these resources to gain access to a 3D printer. Additionally, some organizations offer grants or loan to individuals or organizations looking to purchase 3D printers. Researching these options may be a good way to access a 3D printer without incurring the full cost of purchasing one. Regardless of how you gain access to a 3D printer, it's important to respect the intellectual property rights for others and only use printer for lawful purposes. It's what it says. It appears sometimes during the year. Check back. Huh? What? It's probably not considered as free for AI. No. Yeah, it's just what it says. So what it says, basically, companies needs to earn money, but companies will provide printers to content creators or magazines or some people that are making reviews about those machines. And so with extra exposure comes extra flows of sales. No, I think did you try the second email address? What does not exist? Our domain still exists, so the email should work. If you have Twitter, you can also, post something to me. I want to check how long the print will take, but I don't see any time. Well, I do see time, but... Your... Other email? No, that's the only email that I use publicly. I mean, when it comes to 3D printing for on YouTube, stuff like that, I always use that email. But you don't have any social medias that you are using? So currently I'm printing on a free 3D printer, a power supply unit enclosure for Yeah, Twitter handle. It's just what I mentioned. Zachary underscore Bergen. So I use the zip tie here on this side to hold the heated bed cable because it was very flimsy. No, I got in the past. I got from several people an email asking about certain things, so the email should work. Are there some other things 3D printer related that we can ask the chat bot? Oh yeah, no problem, man. No problem. So like mentioned, this is my Twitter handle. I use it quite a lot. And on Facebook it's Zachary van Bergen. So these are the things that I usually use online. So ask it to write a reserve code to reverse G-code back into an object STL. Let me check. No. So provide a reserve code to reverse G-code back into object STL reskinned. So it says G-code is a language used to describe the movement of a machine tool such as a 3D printer or a CNC milling machine. It is used to instruct the machine on how to move in order to produce a physical object from a digital design. To reverse G-code back into an object in STL format, you would need to use software tool that is capable of performing this task. There are a number of options available, including open source and commercial software packages. Some examples of software that can be used to reverse G-code include Slicer. This is an open source software package that can be used to slice 3D models into G-code, as well as to reverse G-code back into a 3D model. MeshLab, this open source software package is primarily used for editing and processing 3D meshes, but it also includes the ability to import G-code and export it as an STL file or simplified 3D. This commercial software package includes a feature called Process G-code that allows you to import G-code and export it as an STL file. To use these tools, you would need to import the G-code file and then use the appropriate function or feature to export it as an STL file. Keep in mind that the quality of the resulting STL file may depend on the accuracy of the G-code as well as the capabilities of the software being used. I hope this helps. Let me know if you have any other questions. Yeah, it doesn't say here anything about it. Because I did ask for the for this, but I don't see it mentioned here. Okay, let's try that. How to write a Python code to reconstruct G-codes back into an object file. Script rather than code. I have no knowledge about Python. I know that it's a programming language. Hey Matthew Van, how are you doing? Nice being here. Cool. Yeah. I mean, I did hear about MashLab some time ago. I don't know. I cannot remember where I heard about it, but you know. So what do you want me to do then? Script. Ah, Python script. It's working for you. Here comes the coding in Python. Am I programming? No, I'm not. I'm just, you know. Yeah, it does. I have seen things on Twitter passing by about script and how it looks like, you know. And this is all written by the AI. Copyright all us. Copyright all us? What does that mean? We all own it. Yeah. Now this is cool. Yeah, exactly. This, I mean, I have no idea how Python works and how, you know, but yeah. Ask it to compile the script into a file, maybe. I put the topic of Python as a project language. Do you like this? Oh, wait, what? I put the topic of Python as a project language. Do you like this? If, just for example, if Python were a girl, would everybody be so play around with it? So if the first thing she made you do was scratch? I mean, when it comes to something like this, I'm a nerd. I'm something like, wow, this is amazing. The first IDE experience and environment that most people have with Python is in Scratch. Oh, there's a program, right? I'm going to check. The Scratch files. Sounds like something from Linux. It's an orient graphical. Okay, cool. Are you using Windows 10? I'm using Windows 11. It's pretty cool. Came with the computer. Duh. Yeah, you know, you can try it out for yourself. The program is for free. It's chat.openai.com. You can register an account and then you can play around with various kind of things. It's kind of cool. I mean, you can also a thriller. Drag and drop container phrases and fill the blanks. Designed to show kids and beginners a window in the language with fast results that are tangible. Yeah. I mean, nowadays programming is going to be a thing, and people are going to be using more computers more than ever before. And I mean, it's the future. So I ask a thriller that I can read. So this book doesn't exist. Or, okay, if the AI chat did write this, is then copyrighted? Does he or she or it has any rights to this? Anyways, the title, Stranger in the Woods. It was a dark and stormy night when Emily arrived at the remote cabin deep in the woods. That's how most thrillers are going. But anyways, she has inherited a place from her grandfather, who had always told her stories about the strange and mysterious occurrences that happened there. But Emily had never believed in him until now. As she settled into the cabin, Emily couldn't shake the feeling that someone was watching her. She heard strange noises at night and saw shadows moving in the corners of her eyes. And then one night she woke up and found stranger standing at the at the foot of her bed. Panicked, Emily tried to run, but the stranger was too fast. He grabbed her and dragged her out into the woods, where she was thrown into a pit and left to die. As Emily struggled to escape, she realized that the stranger was not who he seemed. He was a part of a group of people who had been living in the woods for centuries, hiding from the outside of the world, guarding a secret that could change the course of history. Emily knew she had to find a way to escape and expose the truth before it was too late. With the help of a sympathetic member of the group, she began to uncover the shocking secrets of the stranger in the woods and the true nature for ancient mystery he was protecting. But time was running out, and the stranger was always one step ahead. As Emily raced against the clock to solve the mystery and save herself, she began to realize that the true danger was not the stranger in the wood, but the secret he was hiding. Ooh. Hmm. No, the thing is, you cannot, normal viewers cannot post any links. I don't know if I can unhide that. No, there were no links. But apparently, if there are something like language to you like this, or yeah, you like that's in one word. So maybe Nightbot see it as a as a link. Yeah. There were no links in it, so I don't know why Nightbot decided to do this. Maybe because I'm using an AI, they are watching me. Ah, because of the caps, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, maybe it does. I mean, for a short story, it's not that bad, you know. It's. I mean, if I would, I'm not such a great reader. I don't read that many books. But I would say just imagine using some stock footage, some pictures that can represent the story a little bit. I think you can make an actual great YouTube video out of it. But how does, I mean, I'm already on the end, but the secret he was hiding. Then what? What happened after that? Maybe. I don't know. I mean, I yeah, it's let's do a new one. Write a long thriller with 3D printer included in the story. Never mind, images too large. Which was confirmed almost immediately when you came to the part that she awoke to find him stood at the end of the bed in the dark. Yeah. So I asked the AI to write a long thriller with a 3D printer included. This is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. I might use this in the future. I might. So, the sound of the 3D. Nobody wants to see my face when I'm reading this. The sound of the 3D printer wearing. Huh? Herring? Wering? What's that word? Let's make it cooler. Let's let a robot just, you know. Let's see. Let's use Google Translate for this. Engels.
The sound of the 3D printer whirring to life filled the small workshop. Detective Jack Thompson stood at the doorway, watching as the machine began to spit out layer after layer of plastic, slowly constructing what appeared to be a gun. What the hell is this? Jack muttered to himself. The workshop belonged to Mark Richards, a brilliant but reclusive inventor who had been working on a new 3D printing technology. Jack had been called in to investigate a break-in at the workshop, and what he had found was disturbing. As he approached the printer, he noticed that there was a design file for a high-tech sniper rifle, complete with a sophisticated targeting system. Jack's mind raced as he tried to piece together what was happening. Suddenly, the printer stopped and the gun was finished. Jack reached out to grab it, but before he could, the door to the workshop burst open and a group of armed men stormed in. "Freeze!" one of them yelled, training his weapon on Jack. Jack raised his hands and backed away slowly. He knew he was outgunned and outmanned, but he had to do something. He looked around the workshop for a weapon, anything he could use to defend himself. That's when he saw it. A prototype for a 3D printer that Mark had been working on. It was still in the early stages of development, but it had the potential to revolutionize the manufacturing industry. Without hesitation, Jack lunged for the prototype and activated it. The printer whirred to life and began printing a handgun, just like the one the armed men were carrying. Jack grabbed the gun as soon as it was finished and turned to face his attackers. There was a tense standoff as both sides aimed their weapons at each other. Jack knew he only had one chance to take these guys down. He took a deep breath and pulled the trigger. The gun roared to life and one of the attackers went down. The others scattered, firing wildly as they retreated. Jack took cover behind the 3D printer and returned fire, taking out another assailant. The remaining attackers fled the workshop, leaving Jack standing victorious among the chaos. He quickly disarmed the fallen men and called for backup. When the police arrived, they found Mark Richards tied up in the corner of the workshop. It turned out that he had been kidnapped by a group of international arms dealers who wanted to use his 3D printing technology to produce illegal weapons. Thanks to Jack's quick thinking and bravery, the criminals were brought to justice and the 3D printing technology was safe once again. And as for Jack, he was hailed as a hero and praised for his bravery in the face of danger.
That was an awesome story about a 3D printer, a long thriller story. Wow. I like this. I'm a real bad slinger boy. Or something. Okay, so I hope there are all adults here. But if I hear something like, I'm a real bad slinger boy, it's like, oh my gosh. What are you screwing with? How is it called? Romance? Oh. Write a long horror story with a 3D printer included. So if you ever run out of, storylines for 3D printers and you want to, grab people's attention, this is a way to do it. Ah, what? No, what? I didn't know that I was going to do this during this live stream, but this is fun. And as you can see, once a story is written, it is also adding it as a title in the chat, or chat title, something like that. So I don't know how I wrote horror, horror, story. Stephen Great Horror. No, it was tragedy. Let me guess. Nights of Nightmares because of that story. Okay, so because I don't know what is going to come out of this, or are we interested in this one? Okay, now I check the text. One day, Tom stumbled on an ad for a brand new 3D printer. It was the latest Bamboo Labs X1C with AMS, capable of printing just about anything you could imagine. Tom was fascinated by the technology and decided to buy one. He couldn't afford it. There the horror ends. My situation was pitiful, even in my own eyes, towards the end. Really, yeah, I can imagine. Sometimes I also have those things, you know, bad layer adhesion. Even you have leveled the bed, cleaned the bed, checked the Z offsets, it doesn't stick. You try different kind of methods that used to work on other machines, but doesn't work. Yeah, it can be in horror. Bad dropper. That's a bad dropper. So the story is generated. Maybe you are going to see it as a little gig on the channel. Yeah, I had those times too. And it can be very frustrating. I've been there, I've done that, and sometimes I still have issues. I mean, they say the Prusa is the holy grail of the 3D printers, huh? I can tell you, that smooth PI sheet, it's looking nice, but my prints doesn't stick on it. In the beginning, yes. Afterwards, no. Lol, it worked. Since my English reading isn't always that as it's supposed to be, I'm going to do exactly the same thing. We're going to Google Translate. We are going to remove this and we're putting in that. And also goes the story a little bit faster. Do I have options? As in...
Once upon a time, in a world where 3D printers were the norm, there lived two young printers named Romeo and Juliet. Romeo was a bed slinger, meaning he worked in a factory that produced beds using 3D printing technology. Juliet, on the other hand, was a bed dropper, working in a company that delivered and installed the beds. Despite their differences in profession, Romeo and Juliet fell in love at first sight. They met one day while Romeo was delivering a bed to Juliet's family's home. As soon as he laid eyes on her, he knew he was doomed. Juliet felt the same way, and the two of them were inseparable from that moment on. However, their love was not meant to be easy. The two companies they worked for were fierce rivals, and neither Romeo nor Juliet's families approved of their relationship. They tried to keep their love a secret, but eventually, it was discovered and both families were furious. Despite the obstacles in their way, Romeo and Juliet refused to let their love die. They snuck away from their respective factories and met in secret, determined to be together no matter what. One day, while Romeo was visiting Juliet at her family's home, they were discovered by Juliet's father, who was enraged at their defiance. In a fit of anger, he ordered Romeo to leave and never see Juliet again. Heartbroken, Romeo left, but he couldn't bear the thought of living without Juliet. So, he decided to take a chance and use his skills as a bed slinger to create the most luxurious bed imaginable. He spent hours working on it, pouring all of his love and passion into the project. When the bed was finished, Romeo presented it to Juliet as a gift, and she was overwhelmed by its beauty. The two of them knew that this bed would be their haven, a place where they could be together and escape the judgment of the outside world. And so, Romeo and Juliet lived happily ever after, wrapped in the embrace of their luxurious bed and the love they shared.
Aww. Okay, the story was a little bit differently. Only here was talked about 3D printers and then was going about beds. But yeah, Romeo was a bed slinger, huh? Let me check. At which point Juliet was gone. Oh, Mike. Cool. Can I show the picture? I heard good rumors about Juliet's Ninja Flex talents. So, Kavorka Designs has sent me over Facebook some pictures. I hope that this will and which kind of color is it? Clear? I think from this picture, I think it looks. I mean, if I would get something out of it like that, I would be glad. Not too bad, man. But I think if you are designing and tweaking with it, I think sooner or later you will get, for that type of patchy filament or that type of material that you are using, you will get a very nice end result. Yeah, sometimes it happens that it's not that perfect. For me, for example, this benchy looks great. I'm very happy with it. I designed in Thinkercad a little house because I like Minecraft as well. I don't have any green screen on, so this house is now visible. I designed this, so I made first a normal cube, I think 10 by 10, something like that. And I multiplied it, and I did the same kind of thing that I normally would do in Minecraft. And so I designed this house. I wanted to slice it and put it on the Ender 3 and print it. But the problem was that the house on the inside is empty, so it would generate a lot of supports. So I was thinking, if I just scale it down to a small model and try to print it without supports, how would it look like? And I think the results isn't that bad. There are still some little overhangs and lines, but it's printable. If I would scale this up to a bigger size, which I'm going to do in the future, then I definitely would need to have some supports. So I need to redesign this so that you will still get this Minecraft kind of house, but it is more printable. Because support removal on the inside of the house, that's nearly impossible. But if I didn't I want to say I didn't put any door in it, but there is a door. I mean, for Minecraft, doesn't look that bad. Also here, this little small chest from Minecraft, I found the design on Thingiverse, and it's not perfect, but for me, it's looking nice. It's I have printed the frame or the black parts. I printed on the Ender 3, and those other things the brown parts, I have printed them on another printer, which isn't well enough calibrated. So the parts, as you can see right over here, they don't line up perfectly. But for me, I mean, it's looking nice. And I also printed the big chest. Clear is really hard to have it perfect. Different PETG filament brand can react bit differently, so it needs good tuning. Yeah. And I mean, and that's what I always say. When you're buying new filaments, PETG, ABS, PLA, try out with a calibration cube, see the results, and fine-tune as much as you can till you find the desired result. You can also, if you want to see, for example, the transparent or the clear filament types, I would design two poles, two sides, and then print something in between it and see if you can look through it. I have a wild idea for thinking of, would there be any way to implementing some sort of 90-degree with twin axis, like a Rubik's Cube, to avoid supports? I know that some slicers are working on it to actually. I know the Prusa slicer. I hope it's going to be implemented very soon. But they are going to use something called organic supports. In Cura, you have 3 supports, and it's basically printed next to the model on the build plate, and it will grow against the model. So only on the spots where you have the big overhangs. Where you have big overhangs, you can rip those off without, having an ugly print in the end. But organic supports, I don't know how they work, but I think they are very looking like legs upside down, something like that. But I think it's a more improved version of that. But I also saw a video from Stefan from CNC Kitchen passing by. I didn't see it, but having something like this, and then because you are printing something 90 degrees on the opposite, that you can use something like a type of support that grows some rings around it and then print it on top of it. But I'm not really sure how that will look like and how it's going to interact with the model, because last thing that you want is ugly surfaces on the bottom of your print. So I also asked the AI write a story about Zachary 3D prints, how he became a YouTuber. Well, you know what came out? Zachary had always been fascinated by technology. True, he spent hours every day tinkering with gadgets and gizmos in his workshop. Well, I don't have a workshop, but I did tinker quite a lot. One of his favorite hobbies was 3D printing, and he spent countless hours designing and printing out all kinds of objects, from toys, trinkets to functional tools and parts. As he grew more and more skilled at 3D printing, Zachary began sharing his creations on social media. And before long, he had a large following of fellow tech enthusiasts who were eager to see what he would come up with next. Okay, one day Zachary had a brilliant idea. He would start a YouTube channel and share his 3D printing adventures with the world. He knew that there were plenty of people out there who were interested in learning more about 3D printing. Well, that part was true. And he thought that he could use this expertise to help others to get started with this exciting technology. And that is also true. Wow. With a little bit of hard work and a lot of passion, Zachary's YouTube channel quickly gained a dedicated following. His tutorials and demonstration were clear, concise, and full of helpful tips and tricks. And he was always happy to answer questions from his viewers. Is that true? Is that true? I mean, yeah, I worked pretty hard because next to my full-time job, or next to my YouTube, I also have a full-time job and also a family and kids, you know. But my videos were not always clear or concise, or, well, I do have a lot of helpful tips where I thought that were helpful tips. As his channel grew in popularity, Zachary began to receive more and more requests for custom 3D printed objects. He was happy to oblige, and he spent many hours working on these special projects, bringing his viewers' ideas to life through the magic of 3D printing. Eventually, Zachary's YouTube channel became so successful that he was able to turn it into a full-time job. He loved being able to share his knowledge and passion with others, and he was thrilled that he was able to make a living doing something that he loved. Well, it's still a dream. Thanks to his hard work and dedication, Zachary had become a successful YouTuber, and he was grateful for the opportunity to share his 3D printing adventures with the world. Aww, that was so cool. Hey Jim, cool. Is this the first time that you are on one of my live streams? I do need to say thanks to Jim from the Hasendonk. I got into the filaments of extruder. They are very cool and very nice looking filaments. And because they are a little bit more expensive, I'm not always using them. Hey, I have to be honest. Oh, there it is. There it is. My first. I will be back. Lol. Yeah, what's up? It's going well. I'm using the chatbot, the chat.openai.com to make some stories that were not written by anybody else. Also, I asked about write a story about Zachary 3D prints, how he became a YouTuber. Partially true. The little trick with the bench is to rotate it to rotate your Z plus minus. I never thought of it. I mean, most of the time when a Banshee comes out of, or when it is imported into the slicer, it's always coming on like this or like this. But I never thought of it to twist it. So it's a very, very cool program. Yeah. We had also asked the chat, write a long horror story as Stephen King, included 3D printer. Oh, I have an idea. You're gonna try with the AI thing. Oh, is that a thing now? See the angled floor deck? Wait, what? Yeah, I see the angled floor deck. Yeah. Okay, so imagine we are noobs in printing and we have no clue what to do with how to get my 3D prints sticking to the heated bed. The walking part on top of the boat. The E deck. I don't know what E deck is. I mean, I'm not really sure on which printer this was printed, but no, this was printed on the Prusa Mini, by the way. But I mean, this roof looks very nice. I mean, here those steps are better visible. The walking part. The desk of the boat. Top view down. Desk of the boat. Say what? "45-degree lines." Oh yeah, that. Because one part here, this part is 45 degrees, and this is just 90 degrees. Deck. So how to get my 3D prints sticking to the heated bed? There are a few steps you can try to get your 3D prints sticking to the heated bed. 1. Make sure that the bed is properly leveled. If the bed is not level, the extruded plastic may not make what may not make consistent contact with the bed, leading to poor adhesion. Yeah. Increasing the bed temperature can help the plastic to stick better to the bed. However, be careful not to set the temperature too high, as this can cause the plastic to warp or deform. Maybe I can do that with the ABS as well. Use a bed adhesive. There are several bed adhesives on the market that can help improve adhesion. These include hairspray. The first thing that they mention here, or what the AI is, advising, using hairspray. I'm using that as well. Glue sticks or special 3D printing bed adhesives. Why not using that as first? But okay. 4. Use bed surface designed. Use bed surface designed for better adhesion. Some bed surfaces, such as glass or metal, can be difficult to get good adhesion on. Instead, using a bed surface specially designed for 3D printing, such as Buildtech, also with capitals written, wow, or PEI sheet. 5. Check the nozzle distance. If the nozzle distance is too close to the bed, the extruded plastic may not have enough time to cool or solidify before it is pulled off the bed. On the other hand, if the nozzle is too far away, the extruded plastic may not have good enough support and may sag or detach from the bed. Slow down the print speed. Slowing down the print speed can give the extruded plastic more time to cool and solidify, which can help improve adhesion. I hope these suggestions help. If you continue to have problems, it may be helpful to consult the documentation of your 3D printer or seek additional support from the manufacturer or the 3D printing community. There! Or a 3D printing community. Yeah, I always do that. I always heat. There are two times when there are two stages that I left the bed. First, just cold, especially on a brand new 3D printer. I level the bed and then I heat up and then I level the bed again and then see how far off it is. But this one was really nice. Like, oh, my print is not sticking to the bed. What should I do? Level the bed. Yeah, that's one of the things. Increase temperature, use bed adhesive, use a bed surface designed for better adhesion, check the nozzle distance, and slow down the print speed. If you still have issues, or the manufacturer or the 3D printing community. Wow. Man. Yeah, calibration is key. First, make sure that the print will stick to the bed. That's first step. And then print something out of it. Well, when you are printing calibration cube. I always like calibration cubes because why? They are quick to print and you see just how fast they are fast to be printed and you can directly check how the filament looks like, where there needs to be some tweaking done, and if the cube is also dimensionally accurate. And just like this, just test print something like this to see, hey, do I need supports? Yes, I do. Where do I need them? And this was a print of, I think, 15 minutes, maybe an hour. I'm not really sure. Wow. Something is wrong. I want to check out my... Okay. In the meantime, my longer LK4X is still printing. So within a few weeks, so in the middle of January, I will get the Soulful SV06. I'm very looking forward to that one. In the meantime, I'm also planning to do some other cool things. I ordered some Prusa Man PETG filament in the typical Prusa colors like orange, gray, white, black. Because I have a few little projects in my mind. But I need to check how much time that I get, and also need to design certain things in order to get things done. But Jim, how are you doing, man? Chat GPT is great, but you have to formulate intelligent question to have awesome results. Yeah, we try that. We got some nice things out of there. DBDBB. Was that last week? Currently 3 people watching. Thank you for being here. I want to say something. I think I lost. Who bought something during Christmas sale? Any brand new 3D print or something like that? Fox filament collection Gizmo. Let me check. Thingiverse. Fox filament. So stringing, trickling, consistency, transparency, 60 degrees, 45, 40, details, curling, holes, overheating. Nice. It's one from 2016. So, okay, but this is not also here the hole. Yeah, it's looking great. Yeah, so don't expect perfect prints anytime. The Fox gizmo is meant to reveal any filament issue. Some filaments are good and some purpose for some purpose and rubbish for on others. Yeah, true. It's a good thing to print your Fox gizmo at the end of the spool when you know the perfect print settings for that filament. Then you keep it with the oh. So download. Models, calibration models. Yeah, I've got one map on my drive, which is called C3DP models, and then I've got several folders, and one is called calibration. So, or calibrate. There are all the tests, all the things what I can print, for checking out my printer or printers. What do we have here on Thingiverse? Minecraft grass block. That's interesting. So the lid needs support to print all at once. It came off pretty easily for me with default settings. Very nice. I like this. Also safe. What else do we have here on Thingiverse? Not that I'm using it a lot, but it can be interesting. Sign in and add it to a collection for later. No, I've downloaded it. And oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I don't know what kind of thing this is, but like an Oreo cookie. What more do we have here in the collection? Concealed hidden handle. SG90 gripper. It's the gripper. Plague Doctor sculpture. That looks nice. I got to go, dude. Peace. See you later, man. Oh, this is a very nice sculpture. Low poly wall shark is nice. Did you see it here then? Okay, I can print that. Feel free to join me on Christmas Day if you need to. You can join me in 3D printing. A Merry Christmas if it becomes necessary though. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm thinking about it because I've got a Delta printer there with some filament already on it, so maybe I can, download and slice it because I think that this one looks pretty nice. Oh, but just a second. Yeah, during Christmas, first Christmas Day on Sunday, then I'm going to my parents, and the other day we are going to the parents of my wife. I'm going to have a nice afternoon and evening, I guess. And tomorrow evening, we are just with the four of us together, having some dinner, having I think we are going to watch Die Hard. Because why not? Plague Doctor. Thingiverse ideas. So in map, what is invalid? Let me check again. Can we open it now? Okay, so something went wrong. Annuleren. So we are going to download it again. I should be with my family right now, but with the rain and ice, I decided to delay to tomorrow. Oh, you are both from the same place then? So let's try it again. He cannot open it. It's invalid. Do we have just do it on this just doing it this way. Oh. Bruce a slicer. Ah, cool. Newfoundland. So we are going to change this into the Sun QQS. We are going to put the it's a big model. Oh my gosh. This would be a very long print. Let's make it 60%. Oh, most airports has closed. Dim. So, no. Let's see for the overhangs. Yeah, you see that already? Smoking anything good? This is just a vibe. Cola taste. Okay, cool. Ah. Nah. I don't like those paint on supports. No, Brim. Hey, Mike. Okay. So this would mean that there is a lot of overhang. So this model isn't even straight. So it was also a little bit in an angle. The Adam Dunn Show. Do I know it from somewhere? You use Luben for your snap maker. Yeah. Luben? Hey, Brandon, how are you doing, sir? Use Cura engine. Yeah, I might use it within a few days. This is a lot of supports. If I set it to for enforcers only, slice it again, try to memorize where all the supports were needed or are needed for the overhangs. Yeah, for the head, definitely. Reduce the support angle. It's on draft. Yeah, this page is locked. If you don't mind, I don't want to try Lubin at this moment. Because I'll get the Snapmaker J1 and there I will get Lubin as well. So then I can try something like that as well. I cannot change it. Doesn't matter, no problem. ABS, no, just PET G, PLA. Yeah, I sliced the model with ABS. Hey kids, buy walnut features. Uh, overrank threshold not utilized after 1.34.1. Our model is in red because of okay. Yeah, I don't think that I need so much more. Well, let's see how that goes. I am not surprised. Oh. Excuse me. Excuse me. Yeah, I'll go for that. 1 day in 10 hours or 50 hours. No problem. It's a big file. Just like that. No, they don't. Not that I've seen somewhere. And I know Cura has 3 supports, but the QQS Pro has some ugly. Well, I don't get nice prints out of the Cura with the QQS Pro. So yeah, for that reason, I'm using Prison Slicer for the QQS and also for the CR200B. Yeah. So the organic supports, I'm looking forward. Feels like I have a hair by my mouth, but so weird. So I'm looking forward to that because it would change a lot instead of having those kind of supports like you could see. Ba-da-ba-ba. What else do we have on Thingiverse? Yeah, I've seen them on Twitter too. Oh my gosh. That is so looking beautiful. The wizard wants that Abby Math did with organic support we need, printed at near 45-degree angle. Hey Andre, how are you doing? Happy Christmas to you too. Pickle Rick. What am I printing? I'm printing on the Evelson Delta printer. I'm printing the Plague Doctor, a 60% scaled model, because 100% was too big. Just checking on the printer. Squishy, looks good. It's looking good. And on the Sun, on the longer LK4X, I'm printing currently the power supply unit holder for the Creality and the 3 Pro, which I'm building back or rebuilding from the attempt to build the Tic-Tac UE3 belt printer. If you're wondering, well, I have tried to. I've got Tic-Tac sent me the parts kit to with fasteners and all other stuff, hardware needed to build that printer. The problem is with that printer that you need to print the printable parts yourself, but there are no build instructions. There are no other things that that you can look at how it's being built. Hey, Volkswagen fan on my Prusa MK3S. Cool. So I think 2 weeks ago on a live stream, a spontaneous live stream, I was looking at the printer because I was streaming from my attic, and I was like, okay, you know what? I'm not going to continue with that. I'm going to cancel it. I'm going to take them out or take it apart and build the Ender 3 back again. Now currently I'm looking on Thingiverse, see what's new. I'm going live. Happy holidays. Okay, see you later, man. Have a nice Christmas celebration. So just checking this out. Also, with 3D printing, the HO scale ambulance station, I've seen now 3 or 4, maybe more, small models for a train set. So awesome. Also here. Did you finish the forum? Yes, I did, but I need to tweak it quite a lot, and I don't want to spend too much time in it. Maybe in the future, I'm not sure. But yeah, it was finished, but I took the mosquito hot end off from it and put it on the Prusa Mini in order to save that printer. So maybe somewhere next year, 2023, I'm going to use it on my attic to actually make a to put another hot end on it and then, you know, test it out again. Deep, 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 beep, 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 beep. Here also, furniture factory, HO scale. Do you think the forum is worth money? Yeah, it is. I have purchased the 0.0 from ForumBot, but I think if you're buying from LDO, I think you already have a great start. And when you're buying the PETG filament ABS or nylon or carbon fiber PETG filament, I think that in itself it's a very great thing. And yeah, you spend a lot of money on it, and if you have the time to actually finish the project, I think it's good. But I need to make time to also actually fine-tune all settings to get nice prints out of it. I think this Banshee came out of the forum. I think it looks nice. Nothing too bad. Am I sure? No, I'm not. I'm not sure. I think that's that Banshee came out of it. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Well, to build it, you need to follow the instructions very well. The build instructions are equal then to the Prusa instructions. But I think if you manage that, I think you can get a decent printer. There's some nice models in here. Oh, you built the Prusa yourself, so you bought the actual kit. Yes, and Prusa Mini. Oh, that is cool. Oh, I can remember that I have printed this one. Brawl Stars. You're thinking, I guess, of the Voron V0.1. Yeah, I mean that is the yeah, sorry, more affordable one. Even though now with the prices being way higher, because for mine I bought the kits. I think it was around 400-500 euros. Maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more. Minecraft Heart Health. Heart. Okay. There are some very nice models. Yeah, lately I'm using more Prusa printables. I think LDO is the best for me. Yeah. Yeah, I'm also thinking that is a beta better option, because it is you are starting with already some quality parts. I mean, the guy Jason and the rest of the LDO team, they are very kind. They are very helping, very much helping the printing community. They also do a lot of giveaways or collab with YouTubers in doing giveaways. I don't know how he works with giveaways. What is the requirements in order that he or LDO wants to support on that? Because within a few days, maybe a few weeks, I will reach the 5,000 subscriber milestone. I think it's a milestone in itself. I'm going to check with several brands if they want to work with the giveaway, or maybe not. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, so if I would buy a Voron kit, um, the ones that I can get for the V0.1 is 649.99. No, 694.99. So almost 700 euros. So, I'm streaming now for 3 hours and almost 30 minutes, so 3.5 hours. I'm thinking about it to end this live stream since I feel that my body is, getting into the stage to go to bed. So, I'm going to end it. I'm not really sure if I'm going to do a live stream next week. Probably. Depends on my mood, depends on the time or things I want to do, because the Saturday we are not going to watch any series, so maybe we are going to a bit too dear for a small printer. Yeah, but I mean, think about it. Think about the quality of the parts that you are going to get. I mean, what I did, trying to build something from cheap products. So everybody have a nice Christmas days. Enjoy it. We always have 2 days, and tomorrow evening, Christmas Eve. We are going to do some fun things, I guess, and I will be streaming on the channel right over here, twitch.tv Zachary's World, every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, sometimes even other days as well. Since Monday is second Christmas day, I may be not streaming, but the Tuesday and the Wednesday I'm going to stream anyways. So if you are in for Minecraft gameplay, feel free to watch it, and I will see you next time. Peace. Bye bye.